Hi, I'm Stuart. I'm a psychotherapist, and today I am checking out My Body is a Haunted House by Comet. If you like this track or you would like to hear it in its entirety without my face or my comments getting in the way, then please consider checking out Katie Comet's YouTube channel.
This body is a home that I never really wanted, but I wear it like I own it, even though it doesn't belong to me. And I could still learn to take a little better care of myself. But if I wasn't so sick, I'm sure I'd prioritize my health.
Okay, so just to pause it there, I get the impression here that Katie is saying that she isn't happy in her own skin. She isn't happy in her own body. She says it's a home that she didn't really want. But despite that, it is what it is. This is the body that she has. So she will wear it like she owns it. And she will learn to take care of it because that's what she's got. And there were two lines there. And it was, but if I wasn't so sick, I'm sure I'd prioritize my health, was the next line. So something's happening to Katie that is making it difficult to prioritize her health. And I see this quite often in my clinic, that people know that they're unwell, but that spirals into becoming more unwell. It's really difficult to break that spiral and start looking after yourself again, because the very nature of being unwell brings with it cognitive and behavioural processes that maintain what Katie refers to as sickness.
And I could still learn to take a little better care of myself. But if I wasn't so sick, I'm sure I'd prioritize my health. When I was just a kid, I had a man break into my home. He left me empty-handed, and he took everything that I owned. So I knocked holes in my own walls, and I vandalized these holes. It made sense at the time. I can do what I want with what is mine. My body's a house that's haunted. I tried to tear it down, burn it to the ground. Tell me that's not what you wanted. I tried to leave, but I will never be free.
Okay, so we had a verse there about a man breaking into Katie's home when she was a child, and that he took everything. And Katie's response was to start to destroy that home. And this is all metaphorical here. Remember, the name of the song is My Body is a Haunted House. So the haunted house is a metaphor for Katie and for her body. So this man didn't break into an actual house. He broke into Katie, broke into her, I don't know, into her soul, broke into her life, broke into her world, and took everything she had inside of her. And she responded by, what did she say? Vandalizing these halls. So she vandalized her own body. And she said that at the time, you know, it made sense to her. It's her body. She can do what she wants with it. You know, no one else should be able to do what they want to it. But that's happened, someone else has, but she has the right to do whatever she wants to it, to her own body. And I guess doing it to herself comes across as her having some control about what happens to her body. And she talked about tearing it down, about burning it to the ground. Where was that?
Man break into my home. He left me empty-handed, and he took everything that I earned. So I knocked holes in my own walls, and I vandalized these holes. It made sense at the time. I can do what I want with what is mine. My body's a house that's haunted. I tried to tear it down, burn it to the ground. Tell me that's not what you wanted. I tried to leave, but I will never be free.
So she talks about burning it down. She talks about trying to leave it completely, but she understands she'll never be free from her experience. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? To hear of this experience happening to another person, happening to another human being, where they want to destroy themselves so much after what another person has done to them. Yeah.
Burn it to the ground. Tell me that's not what you wanted. I tried to leave, but I will never be free. This body is a wasteland, desolate and cold. The landscape is unsightly, and I remember everything I was told. And isn't it ironic that I healed every bruise he made? But all the scars I never should have left on my body take their place.
Did you hear that part there? Isn't it ironic that I healed every bruise that he made, but all the scars
But all
the scars I never should have left
the scars I never should have left on my
body take their place. I mean, that's pretty clear, isn't it? The physical injuries that he left behind went on to heal, but they've been replaced by scars that Katie has inflicted on herself as a way to cope with what had happened. All the scars I never should have left. All the scars I never should have left. I'm thinking about that. Perhaps looking back, I can see that viewpoint. But it made sense at the time as a way to cope. You know, it's always hard to hear about people harming themselves. And there's always that knee-jerk reaction of, oh no, don't do that. Someone shouldn't be doing that. That's a really bad thing to do. But the fact of the matter is, it makes sense for that person in that moment at that time. It makes sense as a way to cope with what they're experiencing. It's very functional in a protective way for people. The body and the brain will try and do what it thinks is in its best interest in that moment to keep itself safe. It might not seem that way from someone else looking in, but every behavior has an adaptive function. So Katie would have done what she needed to do given the context that she was in.
body take their place. My body's a house that's haunted. I tried to tear it down, burn it to tried to tear it down, burn it to the ground. The only thing I found is that this doesn't belong to me, and that finally set me free. So I'll patch the walls and I'll paint the holes and I'll stand up tall, even if my hands still shake. You will never see me break my home again.
Fantastic. So there's a story of some growth right there. You can hear it in the lyrics, you can hear it in how the music's changing, how it's all lifted up, it's all got a bit brighter. There's I think I picked up an element of acceptance, setting her free, patching the holes, painting the walls, standing up tall. You know, this is self-compassion. This is self-worth beginning to grow. This is trying to move forward. She says, you'll never see me break my home again. Remember, home is a body. Home is the mind. She's saying she is going to be more about self-care from now. She's going to prioritize health and look after herself despite what has happened, despite the experiences that she has. She's beginning to realize that she is worth it. She is worth looking after herself. She has meaning. This is like the happy, strength-building, empowering finale.
This body is a home that I never really wanted, but I'll wear it like I own it, even though it never belonged to me. And I will try my best to take better care of my health, and maybe love's too strong a word, but I will try to like myself.
I really like that ending. Maybe love is too strong a word, so I will try to like myself. And I think Katie is right to some extent here. Well, you know, it's not me to judge whether she's right or wrong. It's her experience, but I hear this a lot, and I think this rings true with my own experience, is that self-compassion is really hard, especially for people who have experienced very little love and compassion and kindness throughout their lives. You know, self-compassion as a concept makes sense, but putting it into practice, in my experience, is very difficult for people. And Katie acknowledges this. That's why I think she says it's too hard for her to say she loves herself, but right now she's going to like herself. Right now, that's enough. Right now, that is better. That is a better place than where I have been with it. You know, small steps in the right direction is still moving in the right direction. So there we have it. That's the song. If you liked that, if you want to support Katie spreading her message about her experience of mental illness, then please head on over to her channel, give her content a listen, give the channel a subscribe, and help share her work. That's it from me. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.